Anybody who listens to this show, you know how passionate we are on this show on the issue of abortion and defending the unborn, fighting for the unborn. You know, I speak regularly at pro-life events, crisis pregnancy centers, things like that. My top 10 proofs apologetic CDs, one of them is devoted specifically to the issue of abortion and defending life against so many of the lies from the other side of this debate. We're going to talk right now with Students for Life of Michigan. Christen Pollo is Executive Director of Students for Life of Michigan. And we're going to gain a little bit of an understanding of what many of the younger generation who are passionate on behalf of the unborn are doing in their efforts. Christen Pollo joins now. Christen, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Bob.
Hey, thanks a lot. All right, first of all, tell us a little bit about the organization, Students for Life of Michigan. Just a little overview of who you folks are.
Absolutely. Well, we were founded 10 years ago as a network of 6 Students for Life groups throughout the state. We were founded at Michigan State University, and now we've grown to a network of 42 Students for Life groups all throughout the state of Michigan, and that number has doubled from 20 in the past 2.5 years. So we're seeing incredible growth throughout the state, and really what we focus on doing and what our staff members do is 3 things. We recruit, we equip, and we network pro-life students.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, and this is such an important move, especially for the students today, because, you know, I was just talking about the millennial generation, and unfortunately, you do have a growing anti-American sentiment that exists in some of it. There is a huge embracing of the LGBT movement, which for many Christians is disconcerting. But there is also a tremendous sense of awareness of the unborn and the rights of the unborn. So talk about that, if you would, how it seems like there's a tremendous movement among college young adults that are saying, yeah, wait a minute here, I got to be on the pro-life side of this.
Absolutely. What we're seeing on campuses every day is so amazing. In fact, I wish I could take your listeners there to experience what I experience on campus with these students every day, because it's amazing. Despite the fact that the college campus is a very dark place and the campus policies are very pro-abortion, and in so many other areas it seems like we're losing millennials. In this area, when it comes to the issue of abortion, they understand it. And I think that's for several reasons. I think it's because it's something that has greatly affected their generation. It's something that they see taking place within their families and happening to their peers. And they see the scientific and moral implications of abortion. But I also think science has come a long way. And the pro-life movement is also doing a very good job of reaching these young people today. And so what we're finding is that even pro-choice students that we talk to on campus, students who identify as pro-choice, once we start telling them about the facts of abortion and just engaging in a quick, loving conversation centered around apologetics, these students almost immediately say, whoa, I had no idea. I don't think I'm pro-choice. I think I'm actually pro-life. Mm-hmm. And so it's incredible to see how easily they change their position and actually become incredibly passionate about working towards ending abortion.
I mean, it's always interested me that the terms we hear, such as extremist, you know, people that are pro-life are referred to as anti-abortion extremists. And I think to myself, if you conducted a poll across all America, let alone in the college campuses, and just the way that you asked the questions, framed the question consistent with, we'll say, Planned Parenthood or the abortion industry itself and their positions. For example, you ask your average college student, do you believe that abortion should be legal through all 9 months of pregnancy for any reason whatsoever, including birth control? I mean, I think your average person is going to say, no, that would be extreme. Okay, yet that is exactly the position of Planned Parenthood, and a lot of people don't realize that. So you start thinking in terms like that of, well, wait a minute, what is the abortion actually? What is that growing inside of that woman? What is the procedure that's done to that human growing inside, and should that really be allowed on a 6, 7, 8 pound baby? At this point, yeah, even the millennials are like going, oh, I can't support that at all.
You're absolutely right, Bob, and that's what we hear every day when we're talking to students on campus. They don't realize that Planned Parenthood is the largest abortion provider in the country. They don't realize that 46% of abortions are performed on college-age women. They don't realize how underregulated the abortion industry is, and when they start learning about these facts, they do not identify as pro-choice, but actually as pro-life. And so we're seeing incredible change on the college campus. So many young people are getting involved in this issue, and it's really beautiful because not only are they then wanting to educate their peers, but they're also looking to serve pregnant women on their campuses, and that's one of my favorite things is, like I said, the college campus is very pro-abortion in many ways with their campus policies and also with the relationships that they have with abortion providers like Planned Parenthood. And so these young people in these Students for Life groups throughout the state are filling in the gap, lobbying their schools to change pro-abortion policies, and that is going to have long-term effects on those campuses. So that's part of the work we're doing in trying to make some long-term pro-life changes throughout the state.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I applaud you certainly for what you're doing, not just here in Michigan, but Students for Life really all across the country. And I want to encourage you folks here in Michigan, those of you listening to us on WMUZ in Detroit, you can go to the website for Students for Life of Michigan at SFL, Students for Life, okay, SFLMichigan.org. Again, that's SFLMichigan.org. Their executive director, Christen Pollo. Christen, I appreciate your time. We certainly appreciate your work. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Bob.
You bet. Take care now. You're listening to The Bob Dutko Show.